Hey everyone, it's Katie Patterson Ingalls here, and I hope that your Sunday has been great. I have been, in the kitchen now for about an hour and a half, and my meals are ready for this week, and that feels so good. I've been doing this now for almost 18 months. I do health and fitness coaching, and one of the big things that I've learned to help me make better decisions is meal prepping. And I don't know about you, but I sure do not like to spend every evening when I get home after being gone for 11, 12 hours a day in the kitchen cooking, because there's other things I want to do, and I want to spend time with my family, and we have homework to do, and all those different meetings and committees we need to be a part of. And the last thing we need to do is spend 2 hours every evening in the kitchen. And honestly, meal prepping helps you to make better decisions throughout the week as well. So an hour and a half. Even my dishes are done. There's quite a pile over here. And our meals are ready for this week, and that feels really good. So I just wanted to tell you, you don't need to have meal prepping to be something that's intimidating, and it doesn't need to be something that is stressful. And lots of times the thought of it is just so overwhelming and people don't even do it. Let's keep it simple. Meal prepping and eating clean is just about getting it back to the basics, taking out the preservatives, taking out the artificial flavoring, and all the extra sugars. And I love the saying of, basically, if your great grandmother doesn't recognize what it is, then it's probably not that clean for you. And I'm like, that's a pretty good rule. It's not always, but it's a pretty good rule. So it's getting back to the basics. But I'm going to share what we're having this week, and maybe it'll give you some ideas as well. I don't know about the rest of you, but it is definitely holiday time, and there are lots of different things that we are doing, and Christmas programs to be going to, and Christmas practices, and business parties, all that good jazz. So I've got it very simple this week, and it's going to be something that we can just come in and most likely heat up, or just take 5 to 10 minutes to finish up, and we got a meal. So the request, of course, because it's getting colder out, is chili, and so this is our lean beef that we're very fortunate, and we raise our own beef, and our hogs as well, and so we know what we're getting, and it's a really good product that we feel very confident about. And so the request is chili, and if you guys ever wanted to change it up just a little bit, there's a recipe for chili in my Fixate book that Adam Calabrese does. She does the 21-day fix, and it's just a clean eating recipes, and chili is in there. And I've found this recipe where it has ground cumin in it, and I'll tell you, it doesn't take very much, but it just gives it a little bit different flavor, and you're not quite sure what it is, and it's good, and it's just a little bit different. So this is sprinkled in there a little bit too. So, but just, your tomatoes and your lean beef and your beans, and and then a little bit of there's a homemade tomato sauce that we put in there as well, and then a little bit of your seasonings, and there you go, voila. So that'll be for a couple of nights. Callan and I love white chicken chili, and so while we have chili, the boys want that a little bit more. I'm gonna have white chicken chili, and so this is already ready to go. And lots of times white chicken chili calls for a heavy cream and sour cream. Well, what kind of substitutes can you do that's less calories? Use plain yogurt. I used plain yogurt and instead of sour cream, and instead of the whipping cream, I had a little bit of half and half, and so that added just a little bit more creaminess to it, and it's healthier for you as well. I didn't do very much, but those are my substitutes instead of all the creams that were going on in there, so that made it a lot healthier too. All right, I love sweet potatoes, and I love Brussels sprouts, and people say, well, do your kids and your husband eat the same way you do? For the most part, they really do, and sometimes there's things that are not their favorite, so maybe they don't want Brussels sprouts. we love spinach salad, and so we always are gonna have spinach salad around, and so that's okay. Everybody doesn't have to love all the same things, but I will tell you, the more you eat clean, you'll find that your taste buds are going to adjust a little bit, and things that you used to think were not sweet at all, one day very soon after eating cleaner, everything is very sweet. And so it's really nice to know that once you start eating clean, after about 2 to 3 weeks of that, you crave it a little bit more. So I like to keep things very simple, and so I like to prep, and I've got I had these steamers that were have you guys seen steamers for broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts? I love these bags of steamers. You stick them in the microwave, you steam them, and then I cut them up, and then I put drizzled olive oil over them and lemon pepper, and they are going to be so delicious. And then I always have my sweet potatoes going on over here, so I will have enough that we're going to have some as sides for a couple of the meals, and then I'll be taking some of these things to work, and it's already done and they're ready. So really good. A lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts because they say they're mushy in the middle. I do not like mushy either. So you just need to cut them in half, and lots of times I put them in the skillet with lemon pepper and a little bit of lemon juice, or I did the same thing and put them in the oven. All right, so that'll be for a couple nights, and then we're gonna get tired. I don't mind, but they're gonna get tired and want something to be changed up. No more than the same meal twice in a row, right? So I've got a really nice pork shoulder roast here that I'll be putting in the crock pot before I leave. I'm gonna slice up some sweet potatoes to go in there. I'm also gonna be putting some little red potatoes in there because Kyle prefers red potatoes over sweet potatoes, and that's fine. So we're gonna put some red potatoes in there, and then of course a bag of carrots, and the meal's already done. I'm missing some green, but we'll either have Brussels sprouts or spinach salad, and I make a homemade dressing. There's so many great homemade clean recipes for dressing, and there's always this in the fridge. So that is very simple. It'll be delicious, and when I come home, it'll be ready, and the house is gonna smell amazing. So that will be Wednesday, and on Wednesday I also will shred up some of the leftover roast and plan to have, let's see, where'd we go? Stir fry. When I talked about steamers, a vegetable stir fry steamer. These things are great. They're really good. So you just steam it in the bag, and I got a couple of these, and I'm gonna put it together and then have a homemade sweet and sour sauce I'm gonna put over it. So simple. So those are what we're planning to have this week. I also had some leftover chicken for whenever I made my white chicken chili, so that's going to work with me. And I'll take some spinach salad, of course. And the request was grapes and bananas. And the way that I'm going to be fighting, it's the time of year that all the goodies are coming out, and unless it's really, really good and worth it, I'm usually going to say no. But let me tell you, I'm not perfect, and I believe in the 80-20 rule, and so if it's really delicious and it's homemade and it's something I love, yes, I'm going to enjoy it. If it's a donut or if it's a store-bought cookie that's not good, that's not my, it's not, to me, it's not worth wasting those calories. And but what I like to do is to have an alternative, because once you see that, sometimes you crave it. And so I make these delicious protein balls, and I can see that Colden might have had 3 or 4 already today. Not recommended to have 3 or 4, but I think those were some of his breakfast, he told me. But these are protein balls. They don't even taste like they're healthy for you, but it's got protein in it because I do Shakeology. It's actually a meal replacement, but it's got a lot of protein in it, powder, and then there is oats and honey, and then some peanut butter, and yeah, throw in some really dark chocolate M&Ms, and there you go. Delicious and good for you, and it's not one of those things that you crave more and more and more. I have 1 or 2 and I'm done, and I don't feel like I need more sugar. So I hope this gives you guys some ideas, and it also just shows you how simple it is, and you don't make it hard. Don't make it hard. There's 2 things I do want to tell you about. Tomorrow, I'm really excited because our Surviving the Holidays challenge group is starting, and they are ready. They're meal prepping this afternoon too, with some good clean recipes that we shared. And guys, these these private challenge groups that I host, they work. The last one that just ended right before Thanksgiving, between 7 of them, they lost 34 inches and they lost 25 pounds. And I don't know, they are so excited. They were putting cinching up belts and they were putting on pants they haven't worn in a couple of years. There's nothing that feels better than that when you did it the right way and it's something you can maintain. And so that's pretty fun. So our next group is starting and it'll end right before Christmas. But I want to invite you to join an event that we're starting. It's a private challenge group, but it's just going to be really fun and it's free, and it's called 12 Days of Fitness, and it starts not this Monday but next Monday on the 12th. And so we're just going to have a move each day to do, and we're going to be sharing a few little tips about how we can conquer the holidays instead of the holidays conquering us. Joe, I would love to share the protein ball recipe. I will be posting that below here after I get done. So thank you. You will love it, believe me. All right, so the Fitness Challenge, 12 Days of Fitness, if you want in, there's just, like I said, we're going to do one move a day, and we're going to share some different ways that we are going to survive the holidays with. We will be enjoying them, but not feeling absolutely miserable after them. So, and it will be done right, I believe on the 24th. So it'll be done right before Christmas. If you're interested, comment below Fitness, and I will send you a personal message on how to get signed up. So everyone, if you would be willing to please share, thank you so much for all of your messages on the side. And when I see you guys out and about, you comment and let me know that you appreciate the information I share. That means so much to me. I just want to be able to add value. All these things have changed my life, and so it's made my life easier as a mom and as a working woman and a wife, and just trying to balance it all. And so I want to share these things with you guys too. So happy holidays to you, JT. Please, if you would be willing to share this with someone that you think would find this helpful, please do that, and encourage them to like my Katie Jo Patterson Ingalls Health and Fitness page. Everyone take care. Have a fantastic week. We'll talk to you later.